Howdy and welcome to Latest Take on Crossover Metal. That is crossover trash metal for you people out there. We'll go a little bit with death metal as well. This one is enforced with an album called Kill Creed. Now when I got to listen to this album for the first time a couple of months before, I was very delighted to find out that this is right up my alley. I mean, it's not that... Anyway, here in Finland we get to know these kind of bands too often, which are trash metal with then some. This one came with a plastic wrapping saying something like crossover or old school crossover, something like that direction, and I was really like, was it like that? When I was listening to the digital promo, and then I gave this baby a few more spins only to find out that yes, indeed, this would fall under the generification called crossover trash. That is, one could call this as much as trash death trash, or something along those lines, but it really doesn't matter whatever you want to call it. Let's just call it crossover for the sake of it. And I'll be the first one to say that this is, in my opinion, one of the better albums in 2021 so far. Now, coming from a background of thrash metal, death metal and black metal, not too often I find albums that are going crossover with different genres that likable. I mean, call me a purist or whatever, but usually the kind of a pure forms of thrash metal, death metal and black metal seem to be usually a little bit better than the so-called hybrid forms or fusions of different genres. Now, every now and then comes a band like this Enforced here, which just kind of proves you, Jerry, you're wrong. This is how it should sound like. And blown away I am. Now, the first album came out in 2019, given that this band was founded in 2016. Coming from Richmond, Virginia, United States of America, I had no previous encounter with the band until Kill Creed came out. Like I said, I got this digital copy a couple of months before the actual release date, so that I had a little bit of knowledge what would I be expecting when the physical one actually comes here for review. And then I gave it a spin after spin after spin, and I was like, man, this is kicking ass so well. So it's kind of a sad that I missed the early days of the bands, because I mean it was very small label and all that stuff, but now that they have landed with Century Media Records, it seems like the band is now finally getting the attention it totally deserves. What we have here with this 9 tracks and 41 minutes is some kick-ass riffs with strong production and nice vocals, and that's where it kind of lands also a little bit on the death metal country, because it's really going a little bit farther than just staying on the thrash metal yard all the way. And man, these riffs are so goddamn tight and nicely played. I mean, it has this strong power, like it's as if it's taking me back to the 80s and 90s with, you know, some really hard ass riffings. I mean, the kind of mosh part things, or kind of a flirting with death metal parts, and then just, you know, picking the riffs is like something like, man, why don't do these bands? I mean, why aren't the bands doing such very basic but right to the point kind of things like these guys are doing? Now, because of this album is not very lengthy, it kind of emphasizes that you're not gonna get bored with these. More like you're yearning for some more. You just kind of have this hunger what you have usually with some good food. You're like, hey, I have already this plate full, and when you're finished, I'm like, I want to go for another round. And that is exactly what is happening with this album, because it's so goddamn strong. I mean, there are no weak moments, there are no parts which leave you puzzled or making questions like why this is on this album in the first place. It's more like, let's do it, let's just create this kind of a thrash metal album with the kind of riffs, with the kind of production, with the kind of vocals which are right in their place. And once again, flirting with some other styles gives it a little bit of an edge in terms of, you know, just being a one-trick pony. Now, while this is not original as such, it is kind of proving that you can really kill with some old school ideas. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, like the saying goes, in order to say relevant. And in my opinion, this album is so good. Definitely one of the better albums, or one of the best albums in 2021 so far. I hope you will give it a chance. I know that people who are allergic to thrash metal might not find it as likable as I do, but me coming all these corners of extreme metal, I do enjoy it a lot, and I hope the band will keep evolving this particular path even more. This is something I would consider a future classic. And given my picky style, I know it's quite a lot to be said, but I really enjoy that. So going with this review score 90% with what the other person has done with the review, I'm pretty much ready to go with that. So give it a go. It should be available on your favorite streaming service, given its Century Media Records release. So what are you waiting for? Go listen to it, man, and enjoy.